Welcome everyone, Costin here with a campaign guide for Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires as Alith Anar with his new start position. I played the campaign as him from his previous start position, but now we have a new one. So what I'm going to do over here from the very start is take a look at the starting situation. We can't trade with anyone at the moment from the very start because we don't have access to all one. So what I am going to do is start getting elven craftsmen. We do start with tier 2 settlement with an ambush camp over here in the monoliths, and we do start with a shadow mage, 2 units of spearmen, 1 unit of shadow walkers, 2 units of shadow warriors, 1 archer, 1 great eagle. The great eagle is pretty meaningless in a lot of ways. Now we also have these assassination missions that will give us various rewards like growth, diplomatic relations, treasury, influence, all that good stuff. Alith Anar himself is arguably the most powerful legendary lord of the High Elves, if you're playing him, because he gets the underway ability. He also has an ambush stance as his default movement stance on all of his armies. He gets campaign movement range and global recruitment duration of -1 for all units, and he also has a different kind of command build. Alright, so
there was only vengeance.
I am obviously going to go defeat this army, get the various benefits over there, then get an ambush, but let's go for it. Alright, so here we are. This is an entirely melee army, so it's not really a big concern for Alith Anar and his force
as you say,
of
for the king. We will obey.
The shadow warriors that can obviously
wielder of the winds.
kite the enemy to death. I'm also going to use the mirror image.
Glory awaits.
And going to use the mage over there.
Scython, hear me.
Asser forward.
Now I'm not above sacrificing that eagle right now.
Agreed. It will be done.
Because it's not really a particularly relevant
seeking the foe.
For the Shadowlands, without fail.
So send in that mirror image.
Spearman!
Ulthwin Mage!
Onward! We go!
Pull these guys back.
Sundered! Orders received! Understood!
My power is yours!
It shall be done!
Alright, just keep moving.
Without
so the mirror image will delay them for a bit. And the goal is to obviously kite them to death. Alright, let's keep shooting over there. This army is obviously going to be annihilated. Get that eagle in there. And it should be able to finish the enemy lord off. Alright, no losses, just some damage on Alith Anar and the mage. Okay. Now over here, I am going to go for the treasury. Replenishment is not going to add anything right now. And I obviously completed the quest, which in turn gave me all those rewards. For Alith Anar, I'm going to get Root Marcher. And we've completed that particular mission, got ourselves some armor.
So shall I.
I'm just going to have to resolve it because the damage is not going to be
For the
substantial
line of Anar.
in any way.
There is only
At least
vengeance.
not there. Gonna get another Elven Craftsman.
Attend.
And going to pick up a bunch of Shadow Warriors and Shadow Walkers. This is gonna cost a lot,
Burden
True.
of the Shadowlands.
but it will be well worth it. For the mage herself, I'm going to get more in Miasma. And I'm going to start researching to get things like Spear Wall Militia Training
Not one
for
rookie on
Alith
Nagaryth.
Anar. So we're gonna get a bunch of Shadow Walkers and Shadow Warriors. Though obviously there is gonna be a bit of a problem cost-wise with all of the guys that I'm recruiting through global
When
recruitment.
Loic dances, so shall I.
Maybe I will be able to take the Black Light Tower next turn. And then start moving on to Karond Kar. So the goal is to take out Karond Kar early on here. Though Silostra is obviously an issue to the south, and I might even benefit from leaving Karond Kar alive for a bit more. For a bit longer, because that way the settlements that they have will be developed to a higher level, and I can then just swoop in and take them out.
Shadow Stalker.
Okay, so two of these fellows right here. And going to get Spear Wall would be nice. Naval Discipline. Rank. I think I want to get the rank because right now, generally you would go for archery prowess, but there's no real value to do that or when you have Shadow Warriors.
Master of favored of the Witch King.
For
was only
pretty
vengeance.
obvious reasons.
Shadow King.
Now, replenishment for the High Elves seems to be relatively decent in their settlements, and of course I can get the structure to help with that even further. Okay, so they've gotten an army over there, or at least a lord in that particular settlement, but I'll just go in there, lay it under siege, take it out.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Should hopefully be able to do it. Yeah, if I only
Nagaryth
lose one
prepares for
spearman,
war once
not
more.
really concerned about that. Let's just take it as is.
Not one rookie on Nagaryth. There's prey.
Okay. So I've got already 3 Shadow Walkers. I could get more, but right now I don't necessarily have the time for that kind of stuff.
When Loic dances,
So instead,
so
we're
shall
just
I.
going to get 2 Shadow Warriors for this particular
Shadowlands.
army, and I'm going to get Bowmaster as well. I can get the Rite of Isha.
There is only vengeance.
Let's get the Pendulum, Smoke and Mirrors.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
And that leaves Karond Kar accessible to us. So this element is soon going to be able to be upgraded. Though of course the real issues right here for Alith Anar are as follows: Hellebron, Sigvald, Valkia, Malekith. Tarax and Silostra obviously also some issues, but not necessarily as big of an issue. Besides, your army is significantly better than anything Sinnelleos can throw against you, with the exception of her own hero power. Like being able to summon Knights Errant. So you want to take the Shrine of Khaine to get the Shadow Crown.
Hunt.
Which obviously is relatively far away from where you start.
Not one Druki on Nagaryth.
So I'm going to get... wait a second. Here.
Alith
Did
Anar.
I?
Make way.
Alright. That was a mistake. Alright, so I didn't realize that that was the edge. Okay, so I'm going to move him this time around just over here, and of course, still at that point in Bowmaster. So he'll be able to attack next turn, just get some Spearmen as well. That will work quite nicely. The goal is to take this particular territory, to take Karond Kar, set up my province, and then maybe take out Sinnelleos and then go for the Shrine of Khaine. It's unlikely Alariel will be able to take the Shrine of Khaine by that stage. And even if she does, well, good on her. I believe it's quite possible to actually have Alariel take the Shrine of Khaine if you're allied with her and you get completion of the objective. There is a quest battle available here. It isn't necessarily going to be one that you will be able to auto-resolve, however. Even if you have the mod. I don't have the mod, I'll have to fight it myself manually for the Moonbow. Okay, so we don't have the money to upgrade the settlement right here, but we will obviously get it.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
Now that, to me, gentlemen, is a worthwhile sacrifice.
Leave nothing. Burden of the Shadowlands. Garrison it with my warriors.
Even if I take quite a bit of damage in return, but still I'll be able to recover from that quite easily, and we can get a bunch of benefits here. The one I want to do is invoke Isha to get that casualty replenishment. And then obviously move on with my army over here.
I am ready.
Get more in Bowmaster, and then wait, I want to get Revenant, and I want to start getting all of these benefits. In particular, Sworn to Vengeance, Shadow King, all that good stuff. For her, get more in Pendulum. And I could also get the second army at this particular stage on turn 5.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
Now, Karond Kar is a level 2 settlement.
Can you match my
Who's she at war with? So she's at war with the Forge Bound.
Right,
She's
come
likely
on,
going
me.
to declare war on me, however, once she finishes with the Forge Bound. So it might actually be worth it to start getting a second army at this particular stage, though I only have 32 influence. I could also placate Sinnelleos to a certain extent by joining the war she's in, to benefit me, of course. Now, generally speaking, I do prefer auto-resolving a lot of battles in these campaigns. Though the battle here, I probably would have been much, much better off had I actually fought it manually. But the battle for the Black Creek Spire, yeah, that one I am going to have to
My powers grow.
A quest has been issued.
fight manually. So there's a quest. It is quite a substantial army, so auto-resolving it is kind of out of the question there, though you do obviously want to get your hands on the Moonbow for pretty clear and obvious reasons. So I'm going to get rid of this Eagle and instead get more Spearmen. I want some line holders. I have enough range power at this point to help me out a great deal. I'm also going to repair this particular structure.
There was only vengeance.
And for her, I'll get the Pendulum.
The forest is an ally.
and we're gonna take out the Black Crix
Waste my
Spire,
time.
is level 2, so
This
regardless
will
of what I
fail.
do, it is going to be reduced one particular level.
Not one Druid.
And I could also start recruiting a second army here, not necessarily of Shadow Walkers or Warriors. I can get, what I get depends on what is available right now, and there's not necessarily a huge amount available, though one of the things to be said is I could get her, who's ridiculed. She's only suffering from the penalty in Phoenixes, and I can get a much better hero later on. What do we have over here? Or I could pick up her with Khaine, which would give her a pretty solid benefit in terms of archers, Lauder, Seaguard, and Illyrian Reaver units, which might be worth it. What about the Prince? He could get post-battle loot, income from sacking and looting his army. So that would add 95, okay. So I can afford this, is however going to be a bit costly. Just bear in mind that Silostra is still out there, she's still a threat, she's still a problem, and she is likely going to declare war on you very, very soon. And she is an issue that I am going to have to deal with one way or another. Okay, so that army from Black Crix Spire has vacated the premises. This can actually work in to my advantage, because if I can actually get the fight over there outside of the settlement.
To me, Shadow Warriors.
Right, just gonna sack this.
There's prey.
He's level 7.
Naggareth vengeance. Take it for the line of Anar, burden of the Shadowlands.
Because if I can get into a battle over here, we're gonna start getting some Shadow Walkers. These will obviously be transferred over to Alith Anar. To Alith Anar's army. Going to repair that. Still no line of sight with the other elves, unfortunately. So no trading partners yet.
Witch King.
You should be aware that you are going to get...
The performance will start when I say.
Yeah. So she's got... Well, she's got the Forge Bound... Like, she does obviously have far more than just this particular army over here. But if I can get this army... just outside of Karond Kar, I can wipe the garrison out in a full swoop. Get more rewards as well from post-battle. And on top of that, sack the settlement, or take the settlement, or get extra rewards from sacking the settlement at the same time. Oh, nice benefits. Like, basically 2 post-battle options, because one is going to be sacking the settlement, the other one is the army outside of the settlement itself. Regardless, I am going to move a bit slowly here because I still want to replenish some of those losses.
I'm empowered by Loic.
Okay, so we're still recruiting over here. We got 1 point which we could use.
There is only vengeance.
Now, over here, I could, in reality, put an end to this, and I think I will.
Shadow Warriors.
Though I'm going to do this.
Not one Druki on Naggareth. More Druki.
Okay, so this is a great situation. Or it would have been had this army not been ambushed here. Okay. But regardless, this army is going to be finished. Even if they literally walked off the field of battle over here, they still would be done. So they're not really going to do much over here.
Orders received. Asa, move. I go. Shadow march.
Going.
Alright, let's use the pendulum.
Lakoi Soraya.
Attack.
The Shadow King! With me! I'll show them! Tireless!
Khaine is a merciless god!
Alright, take them down. A few losses, but nothing too substantial. Some of them got away, but it's hardly relevant because they had already fled, so this army is finished completely. Okay, so I can get 400 there or get 14%
A reminder of
I think
crossing
14%
Alith Anar.
replenishment in that particular context is probably
Alith
better.
Anar.
Now, Alith Anar can't attack Karond Kar right here, sadly enough. She's gonna be leveled up, get evasion. I could have attacked Karond Kar directly, that wouldn't have necessarily been a problem. I kind of had hoped to get that army in a regular battle,
I serve the
but I
king.
will deal with it. Alright, so he's getting more Shadow Walkers. Now, I don't want to go completely bananas with them, but they can give, but they are a very cost-effective unit for Alith Anar. And obviously I do want them, because they do have a lot of missile strength.
Destruction abounds.
Now, I didn't quite get enough money from that battle to level up my structures, which is a bit of a shame. High growth means little if you don't have the economy to support it, and, well, we're still early on in this particular campaign. So the army there at Karond Kar should be easy enough to deal with, should hopefully be able to auto-resolve it and then just replenish. If I can't, I would rather not go into a siege, I admit. Not because I don't have the capability of winning it, it's just a tiresome prospect. Now, if it's now it's working to get
Nagareth
to.
vengeance.
All right.
Time for battle.
So if I attack here, then I will lose a great deal.
How can I assist you?
I think I'm going to get a unit of. Yeah, let's get some Shadow Warriors over here.
Now we strike.
So, unfortunately, there is no way to avoid this. Well, let me see the layout of Karond Kar. I could lower the difficulty, the battle difficulty, and just auto-resolve it on that kind of lower difficulty, but you don't really need to. One of the things I'm going to do here is go and set, where is it, there we go, unlimited, set it to unlimited, and that way I will have plenty of time to deal with all of these forces and deal with them effectively. Like, I'll fight here until I expand, then would right. So expand all my ammunition, then withdraw. So I deploy here. This is not a great position for my army to deploy in. Let's try and channel a bit of magic. This, however, is a great position, simply because here's what's going to happen. The tower here can't shoot on my forces
Without fail.
on this side. So, I get free reign. Except with the exception of course, the dark shards that are part of the garrison, but those are not really the biggest concern. Alright, Alith Anar and my fellows over here will get closer and do more damage. There's some shades. Nasty, nasty shades. But take them out and they won't really be much of a problem for longer. We want to be careful with the towers there. Alright, so the gate will soon be destroyed. And then what we are going to do is use the mirror image to get a bunch of these guys fighting in a tight location. Okay, so they keep using magic. That's a bit annoying. Is it magic or is it just... Let's use some... Alright, let's keep using those abilities. Take as many of those guys out as we possibly can. And we can go for round 2 once, once we have exhausted all our ammunition. But maybe, hopefully, this will be enough. Okay, so we're down to a couple of winds magic. Right, these guys are out of ammo. There are still some ranged units that they do have, of course. Or one ranged unit, one major ranged unit over there. Okay, so that's triggered. Okay, dark shards with shields going down. The actual garrison is more dangerous than than the army defending the settlement. Sad but true. Okay, so I should be able to get another one of those casts off. Okay. So let's keep trying over here. Right, let's use the image. He still has a bit of ammo himself. Yeah, that mage is doing some damage, true. Maybe I should just go for it. Let's do it. Because they only have 2 units that are actually at good strength over there. One is a unit of Dark Shards of Shields, and another one is a unit of Dread Spears. Oh, they do have those Dark Riders as well, of course. I don't care if all of these Spearmen die, by the way. They're filler units. Oh, some shades, I see. Okay. Pull him back, pull him back, pull him back. And even if I have to come back again, that's fine. And they're still fighting over there. Alright, so it's a draw.
My visions predict failure.
Back to Shadow. Alith Anar. Nagaroth prepares for war once more. Leave nothing. Burden of the Shadowlands.
The Druki don't play nicely.
Loic's fury.
The Asser of trouble.
Okay. With that sort out, I'm going to get the shrine to a higher level, and also could use more income.
Not
I'll worry
one
about
Druki
growth in
on
just a bit.
Nagaroth.
He's gotten to level 9, and
Shadowlands.
I will start moving him.
Revenge.
Also get more spearmen over here. Did spend quite a bit of money on that. It will be.
Order must be maintained.
And yeah, I will repair that. I spent half the money, or not quite half the money, but a decent portion anyway, to just enact repairs over there. But now I'm in a good position to also do the quest battle. The battle is going to be something fierce. I don't doubt that, but it is also going to go in my favor, get the moonbow, and crucially get the money from the battle. Because that's what really I care about with these quest battles. The items, yeah, they're okay, but it's like the main benefit you get from doing these quest battles early on in a campaign is cash. And you want the cash.
Alith Anar. My forces advance. There is only vengeance. When Loic dances, so shall I.
Although, at the moment, I actually don't have
I serve the king.
the necessary money
Lethal grace given forth.
to
Crude
teleport to the quest battle.
Siren of the storms.
Very well then. That is going to cost me a turn. So be it. I don't expect a rebellion here. I expect things to stabilize, especially if I can get the settlement to a higher level and start getting some unit recruitment. No, unit recruitment. Some public order buildings.
I despise weakness, and yet
So they've declared war against me. Ooh, that is so good. I can't resist that.
Hoeth grants me wisdom.
Loyal prince.
I have Madam Silos.
Noble of Nagaroth.
Can I offer assistance?
I really can't resist that. That's like,
burden of the Shadowlands.
you want
The
to get
sea
annihilated
brings
in that situation. In some ways, it would be better if I ignored it right now and got the quest battles. In some ways, gonna get Pit of Shades. But in other ways, it's like,
Shadow King. Ready.
this is the time. Wait, can't I?
Fallen deckhands.
Don't test me, ingrate. The power of
Why can't he attack that?
Shattered realm.
the performance will start when I
Not one droopy
Huh.
on Nagaroth.
I serve the king.
Well, there are
There
other
was
ways
only
to skin a cat,
vengeance.
so to speak.
Agreed.
How can I assist you? Lord of the Phoenix Court.
That's a weird one.
A strong leader is needed. Take them captive. Your orders are reasonable. At your service.
Actually,
Marching
I'll
out.
just trade some units
Onward.
with him.
Lethal grace given form. The Asur have conquered.
Hunt.
Alright, so that's a higher level. Get that to a higher level. Get Karond Kar to a higher level.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
That was pretty odd, I admit.
Orders.
Pretty damn odd.
don't test me.
Okay, so Sinnelleos does still have one army. Her own.
A noble victory.
And there she is.
The Asur follow strength.
It's a bit of a shame she decided to savage that place, but oh well, she's the one that suffers. But I got her in a good position. If she hadn't done that, I would have if she hadn't done that this particular turn, I would have obviously gone for the
Shadow
quest
Stalker.
battle.
We begin. Onwards.
Hold on.
Silent travel. Ambush. Stalk the
Going
shadows.
to move this.
Lord
I'm
of
going to move Alith Anar into a position there. And what I want to do is finally get that reload time
Asur
reduction.
Prince, can I offer assistance?
So with him in an ambush stance, I
Burden of
will
the
be able to
Shadowlands.
lure Sinnelleos into
Never.
striking again.
No,
Her
never.
army stands no chance. If I ambush her, she's finished. Now the real problem here is you can see what Targonef is doing, right?
Your king calls. It's war.
Alright, we're
Do
gonna
not
get
bog
this
me
influence.
down with captives.
So Sinnelleos has been defeated. Her hero is still alive, but her settlements are all ripe for the taking, and then I can go for the Forge Bound. We will get a rebellion now, though, so that's going to keep one of my armies occupied. Bit of a shame, really.
The people are restive.
Let's get all of this.
Twilight is here.
Your instructions? How can I assist?
So this army is going to fall back, and we are going to go deal with the rebellion
All-Fallen
that's...
Prince.
Or rather, the rebellions that are going to start springing up over here. Because there's certainly going to be one here as well.
There's prey.
Alright, so get Revenant. Get Sworn to Vengeance. Ammunition. That's important. Shadow King. Now, I'm not going to get Renegade yet. The reason I'm not doing it is I still haven't encountered the other High Elves. Once I do, yeah, sure, no problem, right?
Not one Druki on Nagaris.
I do want a Noble.
There is only vengeance. Time for battle. No take. Shadow warriors.
No, one particular skill that's really important is the one here at level 12.
Fear us.
But I haven't gotten
Take it
that yet.
for the line of Anar.
I serve the king.
Alright, so we got some money. Now, over here,
Heroic
we will
dances,
get
so
a
shall I.
plaza. I'm not going to repair that just yet. I would like to get the invocation of Assyrian, however.
Lord of the Phoenix Court.
Alright, so we got the rebellion of Dark Elves. Should be manageable. And after that, I'll go for the Shrine of Khaine. I do want to get Noble recruitment available. There's also an event that can give you a Noble, of course. And the Forge Bound are recovering by the looks of it. Now at this point, with Alith Anar,
Your will is done.
let's get more public order.
Prince,
I reckon
can I offer assistance? Lethal grace given form.
that this should be enough
None
to us
shall
resolve
live.
this situation.
What is this foolishness?
The Asur need me. Free them. Highborn.
Alright, so this place will stabilize, I reckon.
I second this.
Burn into the
They're
Shadowlands.
fleeing via the sea, so I can take Hotek's column. Just don't possess enough
No
movement range
mercy.
right here.
Foolish request.
To me, Shadow Warriors. Garrison it with my warriors.
All right, they're
Not
finished.
One Druki on Nagaryth. There is only vengeance.
Now he's gotten level 12, so we will get no rest for the wicked. And we want to get Invocation of Asturian Court Influence and Public Order situation. I could also wait until level 3.
Lord of the Phoenix Court.
For him, get more into Bowmaster and, yeah, get more bowmen. Now, I generally dislike using these regular bowmen. I prefer getting archers with light armor, but I don't have the recruitment structure at the moment for that. It's gonna take me a while to get it. I'm focused quite heavily on the economy. There was a guy who sent me a save game at turn 45 where he had barely 6,000 income. It's turn 14, and he had like something like what, 5.7k. I'm beating that by turn 14. Now, granted, I am sacrificing a lot in terms of vulnerability of settlements, recruitment options, etc. Not that I could really afford better units, because I can't. Now, if I can attack her capital, I will. If I can't, however, I might just fall back to the Black Forests. Or I could just start marching towards the capital and leave her to take the Black Forests, because taking her capital obviously would hurt her quite a lot. Alright.
My realm.
Now, one of the things I want to see...
Silent attack. Lurk.
Alright, so we're gonna go for her capital. Even if she takes this, she won't hold it. My armies will sweep down and take her out. Now, I don't want to build that in a major settlement. We're just gonna get the homestead here for the growth.
Khaine's bra.
I need an audience.
A misplaced word will mean your death. Pray, speak.
Alright, she's in... this is a good situation. Quite often, Hellebron might declare war against you. If she does, she'll start sending armies against you. And she likely will anyway, here, regardless. Okay, I'm going to delay a bit on Renegade. I do want to pick it up, but I also want to ensure that I do it at the best possible time. Now, the problem for Alith Anar is that a lot of the skills here are not necessarily things he cares about, but he does care about Loose as a skill and about Dark in Disguise. And crucially, he does care about favorable winds for pretty damn obvious reasons. Right? You can get Infiltration, Missile Resistance, Speed of Asturian. Speed of Asturian is a pretty decent skill. Let's get Renegade. Just 1 point for a moment.
Is it hot?
The missile strength that I get with all my units will be fairly substantial as benefit to use. Now, Tim King, what a name. Tim Bloodletter, what a name.
The Asa follow strength.
Such funny names, really. At least he only sacked it. So I'm guessing they're going to go for the point over there. But this will eliminate Silostra, who is one of your bigger concerns early on in a campaign.
I am ready. Ready. Nagaryth vengeance!
And then I can go...
Nagaryth prepares for war once more.
This will spark a
Shadow its
rebellion,
riches to
sure.
Nagaryth. When Loic dances,
True.
so shall I.
Ready to serve. I serve the king. That is not warranted. I will lead the Asur. Turn them loose.
But that's fine because the rebellion is money.
Order must be maintained.
So he's gonna get a bunch of archers with light armor. One mod that would really help in this kind of situation, of course,
Burden
would
of the
be
Shadowlands.
for her, get Arcane Conduit. For him, it will affect my diplomacy with the Elven factions, but the benefit you get faction-wide is pretty damn substantial. So Alariel has not managed to get any significant progress done over here.
Twilight is here.
Now I could take the entirety of Nagarev, or give it to her. He's gonna get Bowmaster, and then Militia Master. Though a more focus on the bows, but we do want to get those skills. So the situation here is in these provinces is stable. I am going to leave that army to just sit there and do nothing for a bit. While Alith Anar goes and reclaims his heirlooms. Could also recruit a unit there.
Your behest?
If a rebellion gets sparked over here, fair enough. That's all well and good. But right now, so that's going to be removed next turn. I could also start recruiting more Shadow Walkers for Alith Anar. I'll wait with the Moonbow until I'm on my way back. And we get into the lovely issues that come from dealing with Hargonef. Now, I should be thankful she's at war with Sigvald, though that happens more often than not. Sigvald is stronger in individual armies, but Hellebron just has so bloody many. Also, Hellebron has an incredible campaign start because she can get 2 entire provinces pretty early on. But then getting sandwiched between Alith Anar, Valkia, and Sigvald, that's a rough one.
There was only
That is a really rough one.
Good. Patience, Shadow Warrior. Fast sail. Move, Shadow Fleet.
Okay, so here we are.
Ulfuan Prince.
We're not gonna stay here.
Loyal Prince.
I think the public order will stabilize enough so that I don't need to.
Setting up garrison.
Maintain an army there.
Lord of...
Okay, we got the Shrine of Khaine within our sights. Though it does have a garrison building, sadly enough. I don't want to hold on to this territory because Ulfuan is not great territory and I don't want to fight Nakari. Let Tyrion and Elfarion worry about Nakari. I'll worry about my other problems. Many other problems. I still need to do the Moonbow battle, I know. Hopefully they're not allied with Nakari, because that would not be a great situation for me to tackle. So I think I'm going to take this settlement as well as the Shrine of Khaine.
Shadow King. We begin.
Now I'd love to get
Fear
some
my
vision on
malice.
Alariel, because that would
When
obviously...
Loic dances, so shall I.
Okay.
Your king calls. It's war.
Oof,
Sack
that
it.
was sweet.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, so that gave us the Shadow Crown, casualty replenishment,
Not one
bunch of
droopy on
other
Magareth.
benefits, of course.
Orders.
Let's upgrade this. Upgrade this to get some archers with light armor.
Ready to serve.
Repair that one.
Called. Your behest.
Now with this getting to level 3, it basically becomes impregnable because the towers will kill a lot of enemy units before they even reach the walls.
At your service.
Now I do want to get a noble, sure. But for that I need the tier 3 settlement.
You must restore order.
Now I know I've lost unit recruitment capability, and that can
There is
hurt.
only
Make
vengeance.
no mistake on that. Just going to get another over there.
Shadow warriors.
For Alith Anar, I don't want to focus on his melee skill. I can focus on his looting skill as opposed to just getting loose quickly. Different decisions dependent on what you need. At this point, I'm in a fairly secure position on the campaign.
Tyrant.
When
So
Lorem
that's going to
dances,
give me
so shall I.
casualty replenishment.
Goddess forbids it.
I could
Revenge.
obviously recruit
You need me?
some more units here,
I will see to it.
but not a priority.
My only concern
Alright,
is
so
spilling the
Nakari
blood.
is going to declare war against me, but I'm not too concerned about Nakari. Let's leave it there. Even if I lose the Shrine of Khaine, I don't care. I've accomplished all I needed to do here. Rest is on Alariel, Elfarian, and Tyrion. And I just need vision with them. I feel like this is the annoying thing. You should at least start with knowing who Tyrion is, right? I feel like the lack of vision sometimes is a huge detriment to certain campaigns where you should at least know who you are. Like the dwarves should know of each other, for instance, all that. Alright, we're gonna upgrade this.
How can I assist?
So this is going to a higher level, this is going to a higher level. Let's get...
My realm.
that sorted out.
Via land.
Now, what's kind of annoying here...
Make camp. Moving unseen.
I bid you welcome. What do you wish to discuss? I will use my gifts.
Alright, so I can't trade...
I am the heir of Anarion, and I bid you welcome. Very well.
You need me?
Speak quickly, for I must not be... My solemn duty.
Lord of the Phoenix...
Welcome, fellow Asser. What would you wish to discuss?
Alright, so I can get more trade
Welcome.
agreements.
What would you have the Assur do?
Now, I don't want to make anything with Kotik,
Welcome.
because that would just piss off the wrong people.
I am Tyrion, champion.
You stand
Let your words be true.
Alright, so
Loyal
Nakari is
servant.
that far
The Phoenix
west.
Court awaits your... Give the word.
That might work out
Noble,
in my
what
favor
would you
if I were to
How
deal
can I
a
assist you?
crushing blow to
Behold the Phoenix Court in all
Nakari.
its splendor and glory.
Calador is still standing.
You called?
I speak for the Phoenix...
I serve the king.
I speak for the Phoenix King, and I bid you welcome.
Illyrian or
At your
Calador.
service.
Let's
How
hear
about
it.
neither?
Welcome. What would you have the Assur do?
Not
your
gonna
request?
get that.
Malevolent Lord.
So I've gotten deals with the three main elven factions. They don't particularly like
We
me,
hunt in
but
the forest.
my income has gone through the roof as a result of
Lethal
that.
grace given form. Can I offer assistance?
So we're gonna move him here and start getting real archers, the archers with light armor,
I will do my duty.
which are important. that light armor helps them with their auto-resolve chance as well. So who do I need to... Well, we'll figure out. 2 turns, huh?
The Assa are troubled.
Alright, let's get a Reaver patrols over there so I can get the murdering hero. And I'll sell all of this territory to Alariel. Oh, nice one, Alariel. And then, yeah, give her the Shrine of Khaine. Give her Tor Unlek to her. She'll become a powerhouse. Tyrion will become a powerhouse. And Alfarian, if he survives Nakari, will also become a powerhouse. And that will help stabilize the situation in the south. And the Moonbow awaits, still. I wonder how long this meme of me saying I'm gonna do the quest battle but not being able to do it will last. Ooh, that is not good. Now, if the Dread Fleet declares war on me, oh well. I'm not concerned about them. No more than I am about the myriad of other threats that I have. Alright, so Katik is gone.
Attack now! Time for battle! We shall occupy. Attend. Alith Anar.
Yeah, I lost 1 unit, sadly. Oh well. I don't know how much I'm willing to sacrifice here. I do want the noble, but... You know what? I'll do it.
Lord of the Phoenix Court. Your instructions? How can I assist you? Moving off.
And so he'll stabilize the situation here. And Alith Anar will start getting out of here.
Duty is put. Speak plainly. And only Tor Evres expects.
Will he die? Shit. No. Alfarian's just being stupid.
I bid you welcome, traveler. What would you wish to discuss?
How can I assist?
Lord
Prince.
Alariel?
I serve the king.
There is only vengeance.
Let's get more Luther.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
Switch back to
Are restive.
Lost Splendor. My concern here is this particular
Lord
army,
of the
by the
Black
way.
Court.
Not sure if I'll be able
I
to...
am the bright flower of the goddess, chosen of Isha.
Yeah, she'll trade a lot for that.
There's prey.
She did lose quite a few men over there. So Nakari is going to take Tor of Rest, and then Alfarian will turn his 2 stacks around and just slap Nakari in the face. Nakari will probably enjoy that.
Approach me if you must. I make
Okay. It's not an Alith Anar campaign without the declaration of war from Be'lakor. And multiple stacks of Be'lakor showing up. But that's why I have an entire army that's been dedicated to the defense of my core regions ever since. The only one that I'm actually going to get is going to be... Well, I could eliminate that too. Okay, what's the benefit? So diplomatic recruitment capacity. Yeah, this one's obviously worth it more. Far more.
Loic's fury. We stalk.
Damn, I can't quite reach it. That's something of an issue. Alright, let's level this up.
Lord of Ulthuan,
Put this to a higher level 2.
I serve the king.
Stabilize the situation here.
Hunt. Ready.
Alright, here's what I'm going
Make
to
way.
do. I'm going to
Burden
sell
of the
Toranlek
Shadowlands.
to her.
Those who speak the truth are always welcome here. Serving the gods.
Can I offer a feat? Lord,
Mate.
you called?
So that's a decent amount of money.
By Anar's bidding. Assent.
He's gonna go murder that one.
Shattered realm.
I could go murder this one myself.
Lethal grace.
But I
given
don't
forth.
necessarily think it's worth it. So, turn
Not
21.
one rookie on Nagareth.
I'm strength rank 48 on the map.
At your service, Black Heart.
Sure, fair enough. I'm not top dog just yet. Alright, getting these, this camp. So Be'lakor, he is gonna show up. Hell, might be even tempting to just go after him myself. I could use maybe a third army. Still not at war with Malekith. But going after Be'lakor is a dicey proposition in the best of times. I would be far better off either heading towards Malekith or Morathi. Ideally Morathi, believe it or not, because she is, one, vulnerable. She doesn't have 1,000 factions as neighbors as Malekith does have. Like, Malekith is likely in a war with Grumbrindle at this point. If I go for Morathi, though...
There is only vengeance. We stalk. Move.
Those who speak the truth are always welcome here. Yes.
You need me?
By Anar's bidding. Onwards.
Okay, research is finished over there. Let's get trumpeteers.
Ready to march. Prince.
So this will be finished soon. And I'll be able to use the
I'm
money
ready.
to get more Shadow Walkers
Tyrants
for
of
Alith Anar.
Nagaroth.
There's 2 fleets over here,
Black Heart.
but this one will not be able to reach Alith Anar next turn. Alright, let's see if the...
Do not look for me in the light. I lurk.
Nope. That's not a war you want to be part of. You want to go after Malekith or Morathi or both. The situation depends on what you've got to deal with. Just bear in mind that out of the 2 of them, Morathi is actually the harder one to defeat. Curious about what these rogue armies are going to do.
When Loic dances, so shall I. Catch wind.
So,
Upon the waves. Burden of the Shadowlands.
one of the things I can
Come,
do in
Shadow
this
Warriors.
situation is go finally after the Moonbow battle. I'd win. but I also think
Retreat.
that it's probably for the best to wait at least one more turn to do some replenishment.
Not one Druki on Nagaryth. Are my chambers ready?
Okay, over here,
Your will is done.
position him inside
Your
and
orders are
have him
reasonable.
start recruiting some more Shadow Walkers.
Shadow Stalker.
Over here, we're gonna get a Noble. I don't need a Mage. Besides, here's the thing about mages. It takes a tier 4 to increase your capacity for mages. You could change the magic up, the magic skull up of the mage you start with, but Shadow is pretty
Shadow
decent
warriors.
enough. I see no reason to invest the money for that at this particular
Lord
time
of the Phoenix Court.
in my campaign.
There is only vengeance.
The light is...
You dare interrupt my eternal vengeance.
Well, guess the decision has been made for me by Morathi. Though I need to be careful here. The concern is I still have Taurus to the west, and I am at war with Be'lakor. I am thankfully not at war with Helbron yet, but that's not a situation that's going to last. I'm curious to see who would win between Sigvald and Helbron. Probably Sigvald, just okay, so he's there.
Shadow Dogs.
My realm.
Your command?
Alright, we got the full army
serve the
over here. We're gonna do some nobles, and over here, I do want to get elven trinkets.
When Loic dances, so shall I. We begin. I journey. Burden of the Shadow
Though
Lands.
I'll wait until
Not
I can.
one
Now it's time
Druki on
for
Nagaryth.
a lovely quest battle. So these guys are going to be quite powerful. I do have all these allies though. Okay. Here we are.
The Druki scum seek to trap us. The fools think it is easy to snare the shadows. Disabuse them of this notion. We shall show these followers of the weak-willed brat, the mummy's boy that couldn't even tame a candle flame in the shrine of Assyrian. I need to fill my quiver, then the moonbow can sing again. So let these Druki mongrels come!
Alright, here we go, gentlemen.
Shadow warriors!
As you say.
They have a strong position on the hill. Why are they going down? Then. Oh well. The AI doing stupid shit as usual. If I can get the Pit of Shades right about here, that would be fantastic.
Bend to my will! Going abroad! Lakoi Sarior! Going!
Open their veins!
Menlui Orior Menlui! Forward! Doing my duty!
Swiftly! Acknowledged!
Seeking the foe!
Alith Anar!
My power is yours! Outward Mage! Winds of magic rise!
We will obey. Understood. We will obey. Apace!
Without fail!
All right.
It shall be done.
It shall be done.
Orders received! Swiftly! Apace!
As you say.
Making my way!
For duty. Understood.
Fall back
Quickly
there.
now.
Or else those Doomfire Warlocks
For
are going to
duty.
tear me to shreds.
We advance. For Ulthuan.
Mage!
Alith Anar!
Shadow warriors.
Onward! Glory awaits!
Oh shit.
Orders received. Setting forth.
Without fail! Swiftly!
We away!
With me! We will obey!
Quickly now.
Spearmen. Seal. Loyal. We away.
The Shadow King!
Seal!
We go. For order.
Going forth!
Acknowledged.
Orders! Moving out!
Without fail. March.
For duty! Quickly now!
March.
Onward!
All right.
Orders received.
Annihilate them! Alith Anar! Stalk! Yes!
It shall be done.
They should be able to deal with the Doomfires
Roll!
and the
Setting forth!
main army
Ready!
over here.
Loyal. Understood.
That's not to say I haven't taken some casualties.
It shall be done! Without question!
It will be done. Forward. Orders received.
To war! Scython, hear me!
Quickly now.
All right, they are gonna break there.
Shadow warriors. Understood. It will be done. As you say.
We will obey!
Awaiting orders. I go then! Lakoi Sario! Following Ephua!
Acknowledged!
Move. For duty.
All right, there's a Hydra
by
there.
your command. For Assyrian.
Advance!
It shall be done. Without fail.
Move these guys to group 2.
Apace, as you say. Assyrian guides us. Utter forward.
Spearmen! We go! Without fail!
Spellcaster! Ephua! Bend to my will!
Onward.
Alith Anar! Shadow Dancer! Forward!
Outward Mage!
All right, my allies are basically finished.
Roll! Assa, advance!
Moving out.
Pull both them back. All right, they're going to fall back, collapse.
Battle calls. Kill them. We will obey.
We do have dark shards with shields over there.
It shall be done.
For order!
Outward Mage! Setting forth! Winds of magic rise!
blood! Loyal ancestors!
Menlui, Orior, Menlui!
Spearmen! Assyrian guides us!
High Mage! Agreed! Cyclone, hear me!
We advance!
Right, let's get the Alith Anar.
Shadow warriors! Without fail! Asa, move!
They're finished over there. There's still that Hydra, of course.
It will be done! Advance!
It shall be! Seeking the foe!
Acknowledged! Without question! Acknowledged!
Spearmen!
To the fray!
Nagareth!
Their mage is dead. Okay, those dark shards are finished too. Oh, she's almost dead. Holy shit. I need to be careful with her so that I don't lose her. Which is easier to do than you might think. To lose her, that is. Right. It's over. Pyrrhic victory. Okay. So that's some money, replenishment.
They are
Let's go
nothing.
for money. So effectively I got almost 10,000 from just that battle.
Alith
And of
Anar.
course I got the moonbow.
There is only vengeance.
So now with all of this, I'm going to get Militia Master to get loose for Alith Anar. Get Pit of Shades. Upgrading the port is, well, not necessarily worth it in a lot of ways. Okay, over here, get these buildings.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
And Hotex column, I will want the iron.
Twin
Defender of...
Alariel's champion. I serve the king.
And that leaves me in a situation where there are some choices to be made as to my next course of action. Because this is all you'd really need to do with the early game. Now, of course, I'm at war with both Morathi and Be'lakor. I can go deal with Be'lakor, but I don't want to make neighbors with Norska. It's generally better to let Be'lakor come to you. Hell, his defeat rate, like if you kill him 100 times on different lords, it's like that's a lot of good defeat rates because he has a great defeat rate. If you can manage to get it. So that army is finished.
Not one Druki on Nagareth.
Over here, get more elven
You
trinkets.
called, marching out. Your will is done. The Asur followed strength. Subjugate them.
More money.
Ever loyal. How can I assist?
So I got... Luckily enough, I got advanced nobles. Alright. So which one would I want? Well, this one is actually pretty good for the melee benefits. I would obviously... yeah, let's get this one.
You have my attention. There's prey.
I second this. Honor calls.
So we're gonna give that noble to
A noble and worthy cause.
Alith Anar.
Shadow Stalker. Make way. Come, Shadow Warriors.
He's going to... Like, I'm going to take these two, give him the Spearman.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
And in point of
Stalk
fact,
the
even give
shadows.
him one of these units.
There is only vengeance.
I wield the whip.
Welcome to the court. Sir,
At your service.
And eventually...
I will weigh what you have to say and the merit of your actions. Ulf-one's defender.
Alright, so he's at war with
As we are
Kalidor.
not savages, I will hear your petition.
By Anar's bidding, the prey is caught.
And that will give me a diplomatic benefit with the elves as well.
Order must be maintained.
Now I could actually destroy the building over here
Your
if
aid,
I really wanted
Lord
to.
of the Phoenix Court.
For him, get more into militia.
Starting out.
And
Burning
Alith
of the
Anar will
Shadowlands.
get that noble and move on.
Spit it out then.
You meet with the emissaries of a demigod.
Who won't hesitate to kill.
Now, allying with the Sisters of Twilight,
Not
the
one
widows
trophy on Nagaroth.
don't necessarily make... But at this point, I would leave an army behind to guard the home front while I go deal with Morathi. What comes after that, well, depends. And eventually get the third army. Like, I think Alith Anar with one of his armies is enough to deal with Morathi. That's my choice. You could just as well go after Malekith. Just keep in mind that there's a wasteland between you and him in the Circle of Destruction province. And also Tarox. And there are multiple armies coming over here. Obviously, his vassals. I can just lay an ambush for them.
Twilight is here. When Loic dances, so shall I. Fine.
Son of Ulf-one. I will share my
But
experience.
yeah, get that troop replenishment. Put
Loyal
him
Crix.
in ambush stance over here
I
at
get
Slaver's Point.
Shadowlands.
Get the Elven Craftsman.
There is only vengeance. My realm. We stalk.
And item-wise... So I got the Moonbow. Not sure why he didn't have the Shadow Crown equipped, but okay. Equip that. Actually, combine these two. Oh, that's not really a great item. But it will do the job. Alright. So after this point, you can obviously get Lauder and Seaguard benefits as well. And then start working on some other structures to, of course, unlock the research. Like the archive for military advancements too, but that's not too important. The Shrine of Assyrian.
Shadow King.
And just
Ariel
maybe
has been
head
watching
on
you for some
to
time.
Morathi. Though that would mean dealing with them. Or going via the sea. Those are your decisions, so to speak, as Alith Anar. But the reason going after Morathi is the best choice, Hexoatl is not particularly aggressive against you. So you can take all of Morathi's territory and then start expanding to the north from there. And then, yeah, eliminate Malekith along the way. Eliminating Malekith, if I'm not mistaken, is part of your short-term campaign, short campaign victory conditions. And you want to achieve that short campaign victory condition as well because, well, to put it plainly, okay, so that army decided to shove off, but to put it plainly, you want to achieve it just for the sake of the hero capacity to all heroes.
You must restore order.
But you also need to maintain
The
control of
true
Nagaroth.
heart.
What would you ask of the Asa?
Shadow Warriors.
What is this foolishness?
Yeah, that would be about it in terms of my early campaign guide for Alith Anar. Costin signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications. My total income is almost 8,000, and obviously this is going to go up and up and up. And I think I would just take on a boat and go to Arnhem. In fact, leaving here was kind of a waste of time because, yeah, I could have done this faster, but I didn't know how things would necessarily develop in the north. By this point, Hellebron may declare war on you. What you do after this point depends on who you are at war
your
with.
word shall reach the I will see to it.
That's essentially what it boils down to.
When do we fight?
Only
Noble born.
But I do think the Sisters of Twilight would be a great target. The reason they would be a great target is the Witchwood can give you a lot of money and is not necessarily that difficult to take either. But as you can see, Morathi is starting to send entire legions of troops towards me,
Highborn.
which is not necessarily pleasant,
Are my chambers ready?
but I expected. So stay tuned for more.